let me just get right into this. What's the difference between talking about an idea versus executing an idea? I feel like a lot of people mix these two things up because one's about just words and one's about action, and I'm pretty sure you guys heard this in many places. It's more about doing versus than just talking. Do you guys have friends where you guys are in a group having a conversation saying we should go to Cuba or Caribbean, or we should go check out LA or Miami, go to Mexico City, etc. These are just talking about ideas. And then executing is really when, oh wait, what the hell? There's people outside the window. Okay, I got distracted for a bit, guys. I'm in Temple right now, and my flight's today. I'm going back to New York. But anyways, most of the plans, most of the ideas to Cuba, Caribbean, Miami, LA, they don't make it out of the group chat. And you see, there are some that makes it out of the group chat, and these are called executing the idea. And the same principle in philosophy applies to business. You could talk about an idea all you want. You could talk about a certain technology to better a person's life, but that doesn't necessarily mean just by talking, you're saving lives, you're generating an ROI, you're generating an income, you're generating a better outcome for the world in general. You see, talking is just talking. You're not actively assembling things together. And when you assemble things together, you make that dream come true. Because words are dream. Words has not manifested. It has not become a hard material and hard product, just a physical thing that, or a mental thing that has already become its final result. I don't exactly know how to explain it. Let's say for example, hey, I want to plant 100 trees. That's just talking. That's just talking about an idea. And then when you actually go and put 100 seeds on the floor, that's executing the first step. But then you need to follow through. And that's a different principle. Being determined, not motivated. It's important to be determined to constantly go back and water the same seed almost daily or weekly. I don't know what type of plant it is, but you got to be consistent in order for the seed to become a tree. When you talk about an idea and you are really determined and you're dying inside you to have that fire, you have that fire to want to make that idea come true, you then apply that principle and then you want to execute it. You want to turn it into a real thing. So you got to do it. You got to follow through. You got to be determined. You got to be there consistently, daily, every day, no matter how much time you put in, no matter how much blood and tears and sweat, late night hours. Sometimes you just can't sleep, you just gotta do it. That's the only way. And that's the difference between talking about an idea and executing an idea. And executing is so important. Most people forget about that, Most people's dream never make it out of the basement. And I hope that whoever sees this video, it probably wouldn't be over a couple thousand, a couple hundred, but I hope this video will push you into wanting to execute the current idea you have, because if you never try, you'll never know. And what do you lose by trying? Just a couple moments of your time. And what do you lose if you don't try? Just a couple moments of your time too. Just by thinking about it, not executing, you're just wasting your time. Better not think about it, right? But yeah, guys, I could tell you a little bit about myself, ideas and execution. I would have like so many video ideas, I would just execute it, because if I don't, that opportunity is going to pass on to another person. That person is going to have the same idea eventually, maybe a couple days down the line, a couple weeks, a couple months, because there's 8 billion people in the world, and ideas, it could be infinite, but it could also be finite. There could be a limited amount of ideas, limited amount of people, limited amount of resource. So eventually everything gets recycled, gets improvised. So I think I'm just rambling now, but there's so much foundation behind this. But I just want to tell you guys that it's so important to, once you have an idea and you really believe it, execute it, execute it, execute it. Don't let anyone talk you down to not doing the idea. People will say, this idea is stupid. Oh, this idea is so dumb. You'll never make it out of the dumpster. Fuck that bullshit. do what you gotta do. Make your fucking dream come true. If your dream comes true, leave a comment below, shoot me a DM on Instagram or Snap, I don't care. I'll be there to congratulate you, probably in person. You never know. Catch you guys later, I gotta go.